Hi everyone, I wanted to kind of share a little bit of my heart about responsive prayers. We've been doing that a lot more at the Kuna Vineyard, and I want to share a little bit about why that is. My background, I've been a follower of Jesus my whole life, just really from an early age. My parents taught me the gospel, and as I was going into these churches and kind of the Pentecostal charismatic movement in Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma, then East Texas, it really was about praying on your heart. It was kind of spontaneous prayers, what was happening at that moment, what was going. And those are great. They're fine. It could be some of the best prayers are that way. But I also noticed that over the decades, I was saying the same thing over and over again, kind of the same phrases, the same pattern, and I kind of had a rut in my spare life. And I had discovered into praying the offices. Praying the offices are praying in the morning, at lunch, at evening, and then at nighttime. The monks do it a lot throughout the church. There's been a lot of history of people praying in the offices. And I discovered this book called Celtic Daily Prayers. And it was a collection of prayers that this community in the UK had pulled up out of the kind of the Celtic more tradition. Some of them were written by them out of the community. Some of them were pulled up out from hundreds of years ago, and they kind of blended them together into this beautiful prayer book. And I started reading them, and I started meditating over them, and started praying them. Probably about 15 years now, just sitting with that. And there are some beautiful Trinitarian prayers in there that are repetitive about, okay, tonight we lay us down tonight with Christ, and lay us down tonight with the Father, lay us down tonight with the Holy Spirit. There's a repetitive nature that just kind of warmed my heart. And then I attended a couple of group settings or even church settings that kind of has some responsive prayers where there'd be a reader who would pray, and then the congregation would then respond back with the word. One was the England church that my in-laws go to. Another was a Celtic liturgy service held at the St. Croix Vineyard Church in St. Stephen's, Canada, by Maine area of Canada. And they had this beautiful service, and they actually crafted some prayers, being some Celtic that actually was kind of a heartfelt for me, because the Celtic Church did influence me through the writings of the history and things. And I saw it in practice, what it would do to people by having the reader say it and then respond. And that's kind of what I want to bring to in the Kuna Vineyard, is being able to have us move from just listening to somebody pray at the very beginning, saying, okay, God, come and welcome me. And we're like, okay, we're in agreement. But by being able to participate, speaking with our mouth what's happening. The scriptures and the Psalms, which were just kind of the hymnal prayers of the Jewish people, they were spoken out loud. They weren't just intellectually in our brains or just kind of saying over. They really were expression. So when we sit down as a group and we declare that God has come, we declare that the prayers we have, they bring this value to us. They bring just something that's deeper into our souls than we can ever get. So it's a short prayer, it's not a long prayer. There's a pause for meditation, which is phenomenal because we get so busy in life. I think we need to just stop, dial it down, take a breath, and then come on in. So I hope you enjoy it with me. I know it's kind of an experimentation, but I really hope you get to enjoy the value of responsive prayers. We have a spot for spontaneous prayers and being able to just pray for our heart and our soul. I mean, that's a value that's still there. We need that, but I think we also need this other. This is a tradition that's going back really since the time of the Hebrews, the Old Testament. You think about it, the Lord's Prayer, that's kind of a prayer that Jesus gave ourselves to be able to say, hey, pray this and think of me. So anyway, that's just a couple thoughts on kind of responsive prayer that I wanted to share with you guys. God bless. Take care.